course my coffee is cold. I always take so long drinking my coffee and then it gets cold, and it's kind of like an iced latte. It's kind of nice, but I'm feeling a warm coffee this morning. Anyway, good morning guys, welcome to a new vlog. If you're new here, my name is Taylor, but you guys can call me Tay, and today I'm so excited. We are going to be doing a day in the life vlog to see how much I get read in one day. Now every day is always different. It's different for everyone, just depending on their lifestyle, depending on the day of the week. Today is a Sunday, however my schedule is not normal like other people's. I don't work a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. I do Amazon delivery if you didn't know, so I get to kind of choose the days that I work. Now today I did get a shift, however on my shifts I do usually listen to an audiobook. So contrary to what you think, on work days I actually get a lot more read than I would if I wasn't working, because I usually end up getting distracted by other things when I'm not working. So let me update you guys on what I'm reading. Last night I actually did finish a book. I finished 2 Twisted Crowns, so I'm currently only reading one book, but I will be starting a new book today for my audio. The physical book that I'm currently reading is Keeping 13. I'm so excited about this book because I have been putting this series off for so long, and only because of the size and also just like the hype around it. And so I finally picked up binding, I think last week, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. Honestly, no critiques. I loved it so much. It is so heart-wrenching, so sad, so cute, so funny. It just has all of the emotions. And so obviously I had to jump straight into Keeping. If you've read binding, you will know that the ending is just like you have to jump straight into Keeping. So that's what I did. I'm writing down the stats on my phone. So I've started off the morning with Keeping at page 269, and I've been reading all morning whilst I've had breakfast. I usually most mornings will wake up from my alarm and I will sit trying to look for a shift whilst reading. So I get a lot of my reading done for the day in the morning. There's Sunny. Like I said, I started off on 269 and I'm now on page 344. So I have definitely gotten a lot read this morning, and I will obviously get more read throughout the day, but I'm going to currently get ready. I'm just going to put on a very light layer of makeup because I do need to do an end clip for one of my recent vlogs that is probably up already because I'm going to be putting it up before this one. And then I'm going to probably get back to reading, or I will continue editing that vlog and maybe make the thumbnail. My makeup routine is very quick, so it shouldn't take too long. I'm currently using the MCO Beauty Flawless Glow. It's almost like a skin tint, or like an, what's it called? Like a BB cream. That's what I'm thinking. It's almost like a BB cream. It can kind of build. My only problem with this foundation, it's something that I could probably fix, is that it makes me look super oily. Like, why am I actually glowing like the sun right now? And yes, sometimes that can be a good thing, but I just feel like for me, it looks like I'm greasy. And that's just like not nice. I could probably fix that by using like a powder or something, but I don't have one. So I don't know, maybe that's something that I'll need to invest in. Let me tell you about the audiobook that I'm thinking of starting. So I obviously have my TBR books for the month, and this month I've already completed 2 of them, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I've completed 2 of them, so I have 2 more to go. However, I don't really think that I want to read those other 2 on audio. I want to read them physically. So I'm going to pick a book that's not on my TBR, and I'm thinking of picking up Funny Story by Emily Henry, because I've had that book on my TBR for quite a while now, and I don't know why I've been putting it off. Actually, I do know why I've been putting it off. I actually prefer Emily Henry's writing in audio. With all of her other books, I've preferred it on audio, and so I got Funny Story physically. I actually had 2 physical copies of this book because I pre-ordered a signed copy from Booktopia, and then when I was in Hawaii I went to Target and I saw the hardcover of the US cover, which is so stunning, and so I was like, I want to have 2. I want to have that because it's so beautiful. So I got that. So I actually have 2 copies of this book and I haven't even read it. I put it off for so long because I was like, do I read it physically because I have the physical copy, or do I read it using audio because that's how I prefer her writing? Anyway, I decided only recently that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read it via audio because that's obviously how I prefer it, and then the physical copies can just be my trophies, which I would have probably wanted to get eventually anyway. So I'm very excited to start that one because she does have a new book coming out later this year, and Funny Story is the last book of hers that I have, that she has out, that I haven't read yet. So it'll be nice to kind of tick off that and and then I will only have the new release to read. I'm very, very keen for that one, and I've also heard some really good things about that particular story, so it should be good. Keeping 13 has been so good, guys. I just want to say that if you've been putting off the Boys of Tommen series, this is your sign to pick it up now. I know that it looks so big, and I know that people are like very intense about how intimidating it is, or like the triggers, which, to be honest, definitely check your triggers. However, the size of it, don't let that put you off, because it honestly did not even feel like it was that long when I was reading it. And I've heard so many people say this, and I just want to say that I hate that I'm saying the same thing as everyone else. However, I do agree that I do wish it was almost longer. I'm so glad that I do have Keeping 13 and that it's the same size, because I just want to know more and more about them. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is very intense though, because it has a lot of really intense subjects that are broached, and I didn't really expect, like I kind of did expect it to be intense because people have talked about that a lot online. However, I don't know, I was like, it's literally a college, no, it's like a high school rugby romance, and I was like, how bad can it really be? Like, they're literally in high school. But I'm telling you now, I literally look crazy with my blush, don't worry, I'm gonna chill it out in a sec. But yeah, I was like, how bad can it be? But man, it's really bad. It's really intense, and it makes me so sad. I haven't cried yet. I've been on the verge of tears, however I haven't cried. It is very sad. It's intense, especially this second book. I definitely think that I enjoyed Binding 13 a little bit more than I'm enjoying Keeping 13. However, I haven't finished this book, so I don't know yet. That's my little reading update, and I'm gonna continue getting ready and then film my little outro clip. I should also probably get dressed as well, because I'm currently in my pajamas. You should see this top. It's got a picture of my cat on the front. This is one of my cats. Obviously you saw Sunny before. I don't have a t-shirt with her on it yet, but I'm gonna do that, and then I will probably continue reading if I have enough time, or I will edit. But I've already gotten a lot read this morning, so I'm not too phased about like trying to read too much. I also want this to be quite realistic in what my days would look like. So I think either I will edit or I will continue doing my paint by numbers that I continued on last night that I've been putting off for so long. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with my reading throughout the day, and I'll bring you guys along. This is the outfit I have decided for the day, or even just the morning. I might change my pants for the shift, but these are from Kmart, my little jorts that I love. They're so comfy and they fit so well. And then this is actually my maternity t-shirt that I got from my old work. I'm not pregnant, but I used to work there, so I used to get clothes. And my mug that I made. I've just finished editing my vlog, so that is being exported right now, which I love. I've been editing that vlog for so long. It's also a really long vlog, so I apologize if you watched that vlog. If you made it to the end, appreciate you. Now that that's done and it's exporting, I am going to leave for work in probably 2 minutes. So I think I'm going to try and change my pants, because I don't love to work in jean pants, and then I'm going to head out of here. So I will be listening to Funny Story on my way to work during my shift, and then on my way back. I also have a very busy afternoon because I'm watching my sister's soccer game, and I'm also going to church, which means that I won't have a lot of time to read in the afternoon/night. However, obviously I've gotten a lot of reading done this morning and during my shift, so I will keep you guys updated on like how much I get read throughout the day. But yeah, I really need to leave very soon. Sorry about the quality. I did change to my phone because the camera ran out of charge, but as you can see, I've picked up the parcels. I'm ready to start my shift. It does look like it might either be a really good quick shift, or it's going to be a really bad annoying shift that's probably going to take me the 3.5 hours that I've been scheduled to do. But I did listen to Funny Story on the way here, and I just have to say, when I started the audiobook and I heard the voice of the narrator, I instantly almost wanted to cry, because I was like, I just love her so much. She just has the best voice. She just does narrating so well, and I don't know if that's why I particularly love Emily Henry's books, but I think it just adds to why I love it. Like, I do think I really love Emily Henry's writing, writing, but I specifically love it when she's narrating it. Oh, it was just so good, and I'm definitely loving this story. This is actually so good. This could possibly end up being one of my favorite of her books, and I rated Beach Read a 5 stars, so this could possibly be up there with Beach Read. So that's my little update. Loving it so far. I'm going to continue listening as I do my shift, and then on my way home. I think I'm about 1 hour and a half into the audio, which is about right. That's roughly how long it takes me to get to the station. So I'm gonna head off for my shift and continue listening because I'm honestly loving this book. I'm back home from my shift and I'm honestly exhausted. It wasn't even because it was a bad shift, because it really wasn't a bad shift. It was more just that it's like 38 degrees today Celsius, and so it's so hot, which always just makes me really tired. So I'm contemplating having like a quick 30-minute nap just to refresh myself before I have to get up and get ready to go to church. But we'll see. I'm currently trying to find my place in the physical copy of Funny Story so that I can then calculate how many pages I've read today to add on to what I read from Keeping 13. So I'm going to do that. However, whilst I'm at home, I'm going to read Keeping 13 because I'm here physically. Like when I'm at home, I read whatever I'm reading physically, and then when I'm out and like I'm driving and I'm doing things that I can't sit and read, I'll listen to my audiobook. So I'll probably pick up Funny Story again when I'm on my way to the bus and on the bus to church. For now, I'm probably going to continue Keeping 13. I'm honestly so exhausted, guys, but I'm hoping that I'll get a second wind because I need to stay awake. I just listened to the rest of the chapter so that I could figure out what chapter I was on. I'm now up to chapter 12 and I've made it to page 128, so that's pretty good. And that's how many pages I got read whilst on my shift. I'm on my way to the bus stop to go to church and I didn't get any more reading done. I've just been watching the Kardashians, which has been fun. I think I'll listen to some of my audio on the way, so that's my update. Also, like I said before, it's like 38 degrees. Even at 5:45 right now, it's so hot and I have to walk to the bus stop and I'm sweating. I'm sorry for the bad lighting, guys. I'm back home from church and I thought I would give you guys a quick update on my reading because I did listen to a lot of Funny Story whilst on the bus. I have gotten up to page 162. However, it's in the middle of a chapter, so I'm going to finish this chapter right now while I get ready for bed, which is going to bring me to 172. And then I have not read any more of Keeping 13 today, so I'm still on page 344, so I still got quite a few pages read of this book. However, I haven't read any since this morning, so I'm gonna get ready for bed. It's only 9:12 right now, so it's still a little early, which means that by the time I get ready for bed, I'm all done up, ready to just jump in and get cozy. I'm going to read Keeping 13 until I fall asleep. So maybe I'll do an update tomorrow morning and kind of close off the vlog and let you guys know how many pages I got read by the end of the night. Guys, I cannot tell you how hot it is right now. This is like one of the hottest days we've had this year / the season of summer, and it's not even summer, it's autumn now. Which means that it should be getting cold, but you can see by the time it's 9:12 and it's literally 30 degrees right now. 30 degrees at 9:12 p.m. So that's been great. It's going to be roughly around 25 to 26 for the next week, so I love this. I love it being so hot when it's meant to be freaking autumn, but it's all right. We're at the beginning of autumn. We're only, what, 16 days into autumn, so I can't complain. I'm gonna go get ready and I'm going to read some more of my book if I'm feeling up for it. I'll update you guys tomorrow morning so that we can go through the final wrap up of all of the pages that I got read for the day. I also forgot to tell you guys something really exciting got delivered today. As part of my wedding gift from my older sister, she asked me if she could send me a bookshelf, like buy me a bookshelf, and I was like, you know what, that is the sweetest thing ever because it's just so personalized to me and like what I want for my home space. I'm so excited. It got delivered this morning and it's currently laying on the ground in the living room, so that's fun. So I'm gonna have to find a time soon to set that all up, but I feel like that would be a fun video for another time to like set it up, set up all the books and all of that stuff. But so fun. This is it currently sitting in our living room, so that's fun. It's so long as well, but I'll get it set up soon.
Because my arms and shoulders are all good at burning things
It is the next day, which means that I can finally update you guys on exactly how many pages I got read yesterday. So all up, Keeping 13, I read from page 269 to page 360. So I read 91 pages of Keeping 13. And then for my audiobook, I read Funny Story, which I read from page 1. So I started that as a new book and read to page 172. So I read 172 pages. So in total, all up yesterday, I read 263 pages, which, to be honest with you, when that came up as the total, I was like, you know what, that sounds very correct. That is like a good reading day. That is definitely a very normal amount of pages that I get read, especially on a work day, because I get to read so much audiobook. So that is very good. I probably on other days would read a little bit more of my physical book. However, I was very busy yesterday afternoon, and so I didn't get as much read physically as I usually would. I feel like it was still a really good total all up. So that is the end of the daily vlog and seeing how many pages I get read in one day for an average day. For me, I am also a slow reader, so I feel like hopefully that's a good kind of indication of how much I get read, especially audio compared to physical. Definitely read a lot more on audio than physical on my days for work. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate if you like this video. Also, I would love for you guys to comment because I want to make a community on here. I want to make friends. So maybe comment what you're currently reading right now because I would love to know. I love knowing what people are reading. Also subscribe if you want to see some more fun bookish content, and I'll see you guys in my next video.